What's up, everybody? James with IGN Access. You wanted to know what our favorite game of E3 2016 is. There's a bunch of editors behind me, so let's go find out.
Zelda Breath of the Wild. I mean, this demo was so open and so smart in a lot of ways because there were so many places you could poke around and find things.
The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It feels like the tried and true combat mechanics from the past games, but it's this huge world and this kind of sandbox where you can do stuff.
Absolutely, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I'm seeing Link cut down trees to cross bridges and use these like magnet abilities, and these are things I haven't seen before in Zelda, and I felt like, every Zelda I come to, I'm like, okay, I know how to do this puzzle, I know what this item does.
My favorite game of E3 2016 is definitely Telltale's Batman. It's a lot like the other Telltale games, very character-driven and story-oriented, but they have it on this brand new engine that they've delivered, so it's very pretty and gorgeous, and the visuals are awesome. It's exactly what I want from a game.
Titanfall 2. I'm really excited about it. This time around, they're doing a story mode, but also there's a grappling hook, and also there's robots, and it's basically like a really big Exo Squad game. I just want to be a robot. I want to fight that cat thing.
It's gotta be Zelda Breath of the Wild. It makes exploring interesting. Every time I see a cave or a rock or an enemy came in, I want to go explore it. It almost doesn't feel like a Zelda game anymore. It's totally different, and I'm in love with that.
Nintendo has a game, it's an open world game, and it just kicked my butt. I died like several times, and it was a Zelda game. How is that possible? Zelda Breath of the Wild, my favorite game of the show.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I spent 40 minutes playing the demo. It just keeps going, and every single person who's played it has found a different experience. Some people have gone very combat driven. Some people have just started running. Like, you can actually just start running in this game and not stop until the demo tells you to stop.
Oh man, I was completely blown away by Horizon Zero Dawn. Really impressed by the trailer last year, and to see the gameplay this year, it's like the perfect amalgamation of a lot of my favorite franchises. You've got a little bit of Far Cry, a little bit of Assassin's Creed, a little bit of Zelda. Like, I think it looks wonderful. I can't wait to play it.
My favorite game has been Horizon Zero Dawn because I saw that story trailer and my mind was blown and I had so many questions I wanted answers to.
God of War 4. What we didn't expect was just how that game was going to look and feel. The Chaos Blades are gone, the fixed camera angles are gone, but it's still that sort of brutal, visceral, third-person, action combat. Kratos is a changed man from he was in the original games, and of course it helps that the game is just absolutely gorgeous.
God of War. Seeing that demo and seeing the new tone shift that Sony Santa Monica is taking, the fact that they described the game, they said they've already told the story of the Hulk, and now they want to tell the story of Bruce Banner. And this is a story about a father who's terrified that he's going to pass his terrible traits onto his son. It's going to have the amazing combat of God of War, but also with the heart of The Last of Us. Like, I'm totally sold.
My favorite game of E3 has been Battlefield 1. Battlefield is known for its super ridiculous and over-the-top combat, and I think World War I is just the perfect setting for that. All the old and kind of weird technology that was used during that war play out really well in the multiplayer.
So hard because there's so many great things, but I have to go with Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I actually got to play with the Wolf Link amiibo, and he is so ferocious. It is beautiful.
The Legend of Zelda. This game is absolutely gorgeous. I didn't get much time with it. I was mostly learning the controls and running around without pants on, and I can't wait to see the bosses. That's what has me really stoked.
I was very thrilled to play about 25 minutes of the Gears of War 4 single-player campaign. You can deploy cover now, shoot these gross, swarm pods down that you can take cover behind, but if the enemy shoots them, they can explode and more enemies come out.
I'm going to say Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. This is the new Castlevania-like game from the creator of Castlevania, Igarashi.
Probably Horizon Zero Dawn. The combat with all the different arrow types to your bow is really fun, and I love that you can actually overtake some of the weird robot animals and use them as mounts to get around.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Beautiful open world, stunning original enemies, and just an incredible concept in general.
Batman Arkham VR. I put on the headset and instantly I was Batman, and I started freaking out. I was like a kid on Christmas morning. I was Batman.
Batman Arkham VR. I love the immersiveness of it, and they've really made a smart decision, Rocksteady has, in terms of making this like a puzzle investigative game.
It's Legends of Zelda. That game looks amazing. Was just running through a field and a giant rock monster popped up. It's so different, it's so varied. There's all kinds of stuff to see and do, and I'm really excited. I can't wait to get my hands on it again.
That is an easy question, thankfully. Zelda. It's a true HD Zelda built from the ground up. It is so open and so many cool things to do. So yeah, obviously I like Zelda. It was awesome.
Well, there you have it. For IGN's official best game of E3 2016, make sure you keep it locked to IGN.com. And for all things E3, tweet at IGN with the hashtag IGN Access. Duggan out.